Hello and welcome to the Broke Book Girls podcast, your go-to destination for indie reads. We're your hosts, Anne and Bree, and we would love for you to join us as we journey through all things indie. Here we aim to highlight incredible indie authors, explore new worlds, and introduce you to books you won't find anywhere else. Tune in to find your next read, have a laugh, and share in the joy of finding your home. Yes, hello and welcome to episode 34 of 35.
Something.
Hey, look, there's numbers. Welcome to the next episode of the Broke Book Girls podcast. That's all you're getting. I don't know what number we're up to. We are your go-to destination for all things indie. Podcast that is good for your soul and bad for your TBR. Today we are talking to someone very special to us. We've had her here before. We love her in this house. But before we get into any reintroductions, we'll start talking about our current reads. And what are you reading?
Well, I'm currently reading Buckle Up Buttercup by Elle, Ashwell. I have been binging the rest of the series this last week to try and catch up for this release, and I am having the best freaking time. This is a cowboy Kiwi romance that we love in this household. Brie has been screaming about this series for a long time, and it was about time that I finally finish off and catch up with this series. What are you currently reading, Brie?
I am currently reading a arc, The Wings of Light by Riri H. I have spoken briefly about this in an episode that actually comes after this one, which is described as, it's got the gritty vibes of the underworld, forbidden love, and secret society drama of the Shadowhunters, and the epic adventures and world building of Lord of the Rings, which scream anytime you say Lord of the Rings anything to me, I'm like, yes, give me that. So I am about 15% of the way through that now, and I'm enjoying it. I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes.
Exciting.
And Elle, what are you reading?
Not much right now. I'm between reads. I'm trying to decide what to pick up next. So I don't know.
That's fair.
Honestly, that's fair. That's usually me sitting there staring at my shelves going,
yeah. I have been reading my own work, so that counts.
100%.
Yeah, that counts.
Count that on your Goodreads.
100%. The amount of times you read your manuscript in a year.
Honestly, it counts.
It just fries my brain.
Oh, I bet.
Well,
I can't even imagine.
No. As you lovely ladies and gentlemen can probably see, we have the lovely Ashwell, or Linda, however you like to know her. She is an absolute favourite author of ours, and a second-time appearance. You know, we've only had that happen. You're like the third person to do a second appearance on the show. So, welcome. For anyone who's new to you, introduce yourself, please.
Oh, all right. Straight into hard questions. That's going to be a hard question. My brain is on holiday still. I'm Elle Ashwell. I write small town New Zealand romance with cowboy vibes. My series is the Wildflower Ridge series. It starts with In Full Bloom. And in all my writing, there's heaps of found family and green flag guys and really sweet, spinny, a little bit spicy romance and just a good time. So.
Absolutely.
One of the absolute best times.
I'm having the best freaking time.
I bought my friend In Full Bloom for her Christmas present because she started reading it when we were getting ready for Armageddon, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to broaden your. I'm just going to introduce you to more indie authors. So, Matilda, if you are listening to this, that is what you're getting for Christmas. If you're not, hopefully you get it before this episode comes out. But that's okay. Oh, yeah. I'm not
Maybe
good
next
with
Christmas?
surprises.
Yeah.
I'm not good with surprises. I like to tell people what they're getting anyway. Like with any author that we get on the podcast, we do our rapid fires 60 seconds of questions. Anne is going to ask them to you. I'm going to time 60 seconds. They are all random. Think just the first answer that comes on the tip of your tongue. Don't hesitate. Just full send. The time to beat is 45 seconds.
Oh.
Yeah. Our author who got the 45 seconds, she's like, yeah, I'm very competitive. And we're like,
We're like, yeah. We see that.
we were amazed. So, Anne, when you're ready, wait, I want my stop. No, I want my timer. Right. Elle, are you ready?
Sure, let's do it.
Yeah. On your markies, get your khakis, go.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Kindle or physical?
Kindle.
Villain or hero?
Hero.
Favorite book?
Himbo Hitman by Saxon James.
Favorite food?
Ice cream. Chocolate mousse.
Spice or no spice in books?
Spice.
Sweet or savory?
Sweet.
Romance or thriller?
Romance.
Comedy or mystery?
Comedy.
Morning or night?
Morning.
Lots of garlic or not lots of garlic?
Garlic. Garlic.
Iced drink or hot drink?
Iced.
Movies or TV shows?
Movies.
Call or text?
Text.
City or country?
Country.
And that's it.
Exactly 1 minute.
Oh, nice.
My phone went just as you said country, and I'm like, nice.
Nailed it.
I feel like you didn't really need to ask me that question, but okay.
I mean, look, you're our first author interview that we've done this year. We haven't had an opportunity to go through and revamp the questions. However, to any future guests, please know those questions will not be there, except for probably the garlic one, because that's the one that we judge people the most on.
Yeah.
It's the most important question.
It reflects our whole relationship, whether our relationship is going to continue or the podcast is going to end right there and then.
Mm-hmm. It's a crucial question. Also like to apologise, I am coming off of the back of being sick. Anyway, so we'll now jump into the bulk of the episode, which is we have questions and you potentially have answers.
Maybe.
We'll see how you feel. If you don't want to answer them, you don't have to. You can just look at us and go,
No.
I'll try. My mind just goes blank, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm talking about.
That's all right. We can go into our side tangents and our side quests as well. We always do with every episode. So wherever the words take you, we will go with it.
Absolutely.
Sounds good.
This is a safe space. And what is your first question?
My first question is, how does it feel releasing another book in the Wildflower Ridge series?
It's been great. The series, as you go along and releasing a series like this, more and more people are picking it up. And so each time you get to a new book, there's just more people being excited about it. And getting messages from people being like, I can't wait for this book. It makes the hard stuff feel so much better. Yeah, and this book was really hard to write. So, and the way that advanced readers are enjoying it, it makes me feel a lot better about it. I mean, I got the story to a place where I absolutely love it. But I wasn't sure it was going to be what other people love.
Yeah.
Especially coming off Forget Me Not, which like people really, really liked that book. So I wasn't sure because Buckle Up is a little bit of a different vibe. So,
Mm.
but yeah, and it's like I'm working so far in advance, so that it's actually nice when it gets to release time because then I can talk to people about the book.
Yeah.
No, like there's a few people who have read it before now, obviously, but yeah, when you can just have conversations with people about the story and where they connect to it, it's always like a really special thing. So yeah.
I think I can safely say that is probably my favourite of the Wildflower Ridge series. Not just because the cover is yellow and that's my favourite colour. I just like to say that. That helps. It doesn't. The storytelling within the book and the vibe and just Tilly and Zane, like the whole story itself just made me feel nothing but goodness inside. I'm like, I just and like I love
Yeah, and
so much.
Yeah, I'm finding that it feels nostalgic in a way of like the Wattpad good girl, bad boy sort of vibes that I was living for back then. So it's really nostalgic, but yeah, it's way better written than Wattpad, obviously, and it's just so much fun being like in that little like lane of nostalgia, being like, oh, this is what I used to love, and I feel so happy being back with this vibe. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
It's like being home.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And I think like I'm gonna say that the vast majority of my readers are women. And I would say that they like Tilly's a character that probably feels quite close to home for a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when we grow up in this world with everyone, you know, you've got to do this and you should be like this, and it's not even necessarily said to your face, but I know for me, I was growing up and it was always you're expected to do these certain things and behave in a certain way. And so she's really relatable. And then I mean, who doesn't love like this broody bad boy who's really not a bad boy at all, but just a big sweet mess of a human. Like yeah. He just wants his own, you know. Love them.
Yeah, they're so good. I love them.
They're just so, and it's like Tilly is very much like you very much get that. You feel that I know I felt myself as well. I felt very seen as to have growing up like this is how you need to act. This is what you need to do at this time and at this time and at this time, and the expectations that our parents put on us from such a young age as well, especially being women. It was just, and then watching it kind of go, you know what?
Yes.
Chicken strips. I'm a baby.
I didn't want her to ever lose like that sunshine and that joy and that like love that she has for the world, because she is that really sweet loving character, and I don't that sunshine character can sometimes get like women always have to be strong, but it's shown in media in a really specific way. Like they have to be like spiteful and angry, and that's not who she is. But I wanted her to be strong, but not that particular side of strong.
It's strong in the way of being confident and knowing what she wants and being able to say what she wants, I think is a really important thing that readers should be reading. Yeah.
And she's able to continue to be truly herself while also developing into the best person that she knows that she can be.
And yeah, like he never wants to shut any of her stuff down. He's just like, you be you, and I'm gonna cheerlead you the whole way.
Yeah.
Which I mean, isn't that what we all want?
100%.
We need our own personal cheerleaders. We should make the guys wear the short skirts and have the pom-pom and do that.
My partner would not say no to that. He would be down.
I'm just gonna order a cheerleading outfit. And they'll be like, what ends, man? So I guess my question is, with this being your 4th book in the series, and this is, I feel a little bit bad asking this question now, considering the conversation we had before we started the episode. What 3 words would you use to describe book 4?
Book 4. Oh,
I feel a little
I
bit
can't even
bad.
remember half the tropes in the book. Now
I wrote these questions this morning while I was still lying in bed. Anne messaged me saying the docs are ready. I'm like, okay, cool. Let's start with a hard one.
throwing me in it here, guys.
Sorry. I'm not sorry.
I think it's sweet. And it's funny because when I say sweet, I don't want people to think that there's like no spice or it's closed door or anything, because it's not that. There is spice in this book. But there's emotional sweetness in it, and the vibe generally.
Absolutely.
That's all 3 words already. And it's fun. I think.
I agree.
There's a lot of moments in there.
Definitely.
And food. There's so much food in this book.
It keeps making me hungry.
I need like a Wildflower Ridge recipe book.
That'd be fun.
I would 100% test bake every single thing. I love to bake. I love to cook. So I would 100% be able to test bake everything. I'd be like, yes.
That would be a cool series on your Instagram as well. Like doing like baking with the Wildflower Ridge characters and stuff.
And like everything that I think generally all the food that's mentioned in these books is stuff that I make anyway. There's one book. It might be Coming Up Roses where he takes her blueberry muffins. Maybe. There's a muffin somewhere.
Yeah.
And it's like all I could think about is this specific muffin that it's a blueberry muffin that I love to make. And so there's a lot of food, but this book is hash browns.
Yeah, but I love hash browns. Oh.
Apparently.
Hash browns with the tomato sauce faces.
Yeah.
So good.
My nails.
My next question: what were the difficulties that you had writing Buckle Up Buttercup?
Bubble up, buttercup.
Bubble up. Fuck, words.
My friend, who's one of my very early readers, she calls it Butter Up Buttercup. And now, if I call
Butter
it
up, buttercup.
That's on her.
Yeah, that's fair.
Buckle up. Butter up.
I learned a lot when I was drafting this book about my process and about a lot of things. And so what I do when I planned out the series, I went, this is how far apart I want to release the books. This is how long it takes me to draft and to edit and to do all these different steps. And I had this very nice spreadsheet that said, this is when you're going to do all of these things. And I'm a real, like, once I have a plan, that plan, it's like concrete almost. I have to learn for it to be a little bit more flexible. And so last year when it came the month on my spreadsheet that I was supposed to start drafting, I was like, I have to write this book. I didn't have the characters enough in my brain at the time. We had a lot of stuff in my personal and family life that was going on, which it turns out it's really, really hard to like escape into a completely creative space when you're exhausted from everything else.
Yeah.
And so I was forcing it. I was like, this is how I have to write this book, and it's got to be done, and it's got to be done in this time frame. And I just put way too much pressure on. And I got about 60,000 words in. And then I went, I got to like the third act drama, and I just went, this won't work. I can't make anything work. And I very publicly said I was throwing the entire 60,000 words.
I remember
this.
And I remember sitting there going,
like,
huh?
It's like, I'm scrapping it all. I'm starting again. And I rewrote the beginning, kind of the first 10,000 words I tweaked. And then as I went through, I was like copying and pasting entire scenes from the original into the new draft. And there were little things I changed just in their dynamic and how some of the things came about, so that when I got to the third act, I could it came together in a way that made sense. But even when I got to that, there's about 7 versions of what was supposed to be the third act drama and how the conflict all came up, and I had all these great scenes that I wanted to include, and none of them would work. And I just I don't know, I just fought and I fought and I fought, and then it just came to me and it happened.
And now
and when I got photos of someone, one of my ARC readers sent me photos of her just bawling her eyes out. And I was like, I have to do it right in the end. It was a process. And I've learned I cannot rush the starting process. I have to take into account what else is going on in the world. And I'm not a plotter in any sense of the word. I don't write anything down beforehand. I don't have like beats or anything like that I know I need to hit. But I need to know my characters well enough that I know where the story is going to get to.
Yeah.
And then and so I'm stewing on that at the moment for the next thing I'm writing and I've been thinking all month I need to get started drafting, but there's actually no point because I haven't had enough clarity about what the story is, who the characters are, because the characters always come first. So once I have that, and it's coming like every day, I'll be like, this is going to happen in that book, and then it goes from there. And in a week or two, I might be ready to actually sit down and draft it, and then it'll hopefully, fingers crossed, come easier.
So we'll keep our eyes out on social media just in case you're having a crash out over 60k words again.
I hope I learned from that experience.
Fingers crossed for you. I hope you do.
And I have written a whole nother book since then,
which is good.
I didn't have a single crash out.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
No book I don't think has ever come as easily. And I think it's just because I knew exactly, like I've known for a really, really long time who the characters are, what the story is going to be, how it's going to come together. And it just came out. So fingers crossed that happens.
It's amazing how with each book things can be so different with your
And I think, so I wrote In Full Bloom. Obviously no one had read any of my adult work at that point. And then I wrote Coming Up Roses before In Full Bloom ever came out. And I wrote Forget Me Not in December, which also I learned from that. Never draft in December because there's so many things going on.
Oh God,
and, I was just too exhausted and like too emotionally drained to actually enjoy that process. But there was a lot more pressure on Forget Me Not when I wrote that. And then when it came out and people like really loved it way more than books 1 and 2 in the series. And I was like, oh, I have to keep this, this momentum. And what if I write the next book and nobody likes that book? And so there was all this kind of external stuff going on. And once I shut all that up, and wrote the story that I really wanted, then it came easier.
I mean, first and foremost, you have to like what you have to you write. Yeah, you write. Other people will read it, but you have to write for you. You have to write the stories that you want out, like you want to share. And so you have, first and foremost, the book is for you. It's not for anybody else. It's for you specifically.
Yeah, and I think writing the story that I wanted to tell and that I love is actually what people connect with. Like they would know if I was forcing something,
Yeah.
and it just wouldn't hit the same. So.
Yeah, 100%.
So kind of diving off of that bit, within butter up buckle cup, I almost said it correctly. I'm like, no. Butter up buckle cup. What within book 4? What was the hardest part for you to write?
It was that third act, and that always is the case for me. I don't like conflict.
Amen.
Neither.
I don't like making my characters hurt. I don't like the pain. And so writing the third act, where there's got to be some kind of conflict at some point. That's always the hardest part for me, because I just want them to like be nice to each other and live happily ever after.
Conflict avoidance.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it's not that they're just avoiding conflict. It's like they could just have a conversation.
Okay, the communication who?
And I'm like, you've got to put some emotional reaction in there. I do remember writing one of my very first books and one of my young adult ones, and there was this scene where the guy and his best friend, who he had kind of had this falling out with, but they'd never communicated, and I mean, they were teenage boys, they were meant to be a bit dumb. But it was meant to be this really emotionally charged, like yelling at each other scene, and they just had this like conversation and went on their way, and I was like, oh no, that's not gonna go.
That sounds like a boy conversation. You good? Yeah. You good? Yeah.
Or like they have a little bit of a fisticuffs and then everything's sorted. Whereas with girls, it's like you hold a grudge for 6 months before you say anything.
It's like there needs to be like some kind of, intense emotion in the scene, and they were just like, yeah, I'm good now.
Damn, you got boys nailed to a T.
There's this writing coach that a lot of authors listen to. She's got incredible advice, and she does a lot of her stuff is based around this strengths matrix thing. I don't even really fully understand it, but it ranks like what things you're really strong in. And some of my top ones are things like empathy and positivity and harmony, and I'm like, yeah, conflict is not like, I'm not really getting much joy out of writing the conflict. It sounds kind of harder because I just like people getting along, okay?
Yeah.
But then we get that sweet coming back together and everything's fine again. Things are
The groveling.
And then it gets spicy, and then you're like, cool, everything's fine in the world.
I mean, sometimes it's great, but I also I don't like writing a conflict that comes from within the relationship necessarily.
Yeah.
Like I don't want them to fight.
It's just the situation that they're in. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. So you recently just posted that you finished the manuscript of book 5 and it's being sent off for edits. How are you feeling, and how does it feel to finally have written a 5-book series?
I might cry.
I don't have any tissues to offer you. I've almost finished my loo roll
I don't even
tissues for
have
my
tissues
nose. I'm
here.
sorry.
My children have stolen them. I can't even remember your question.
How are you feeling, and how does it feel to finish a 5-book series?
I feel great, and like I talk about how much I love Buttercup, but book 5 just it's the perfect end to the series.
Oh.
And when I was saying that, I've written another book since Buttercup and how easy it came, and it just like I think it was less than 2 months actual writing time to draft this book.
Wow.
It just poured out of me. It just and everything that happened in the story just felt really organic, and I love it. But I'm very sad to be finishing with Wildflower Ridge. And I cried so hard when I wrote the epilogue, like bawled my eyes out. And then when I reread it this week, like to a final just read through before I sent it away to my editor for its final like copy line edit, I cried again, like multiple times.
Oh.
Even in sad parts of the book. And I would just think about how, like, there would just be little moments with characters interacting with each other. There was a little moment with Sadie, and I'm just crying.
I love every
book
thing
out
with
for, like,
Sadie in it.
Sadie is a queen, and I love her.
I think there was one point in Buttercup where I actually messaged you, Elle, and I was just like, she just did this, and it reminded me of when I was a kid.
I just love her, like... Go on, sorry.
She just reminded me of, there was a question that she asked a character, and then I sat there going, fuck, I actually asked a question similar to that when I was her age to my stepdad. And I just sat there, I cried a little bit because I'm like, oh my gosh, that was me as a kid. This is great.
Oh.
Kids are just savage. I love it.
Yeah.
And I did. She was actually hard to fit into Buttercup. But what is this?
Butter up, buckle cup.
Buckle up, Buttercup. Oh my God. Mom, this is your fault. But because Tilly and Zane are, they're a little bit removed from that core Wildflower Ridge family. She was a little bit harder to fit in there. But once I did, I mean, she's a scene stealer. She just takes over everything.
I love her. I love especially the scene where she's sitting with Hunter, and she's like, they just keep kissing, and it's getting over, and he's just like, yeah, you tell him, and like clinks his drink with hers, and it's just like, oh, she's a queen, and I love her.
Every scene she's in, every scene, you just know that the minute Sadie turns up, it is going to be an iconic scene.
She's and honestly, her moments in book 5, she's just the funnest 6-year-old ever.
Yeah, I want to hang out with her.
Yeah,
I can't wait for book 5. I can't wait to know everything about book 5.
Yeah. I'm so excited.
Crying at the epilogue.
I'm not giving spoilers. Well, I'm going to try not to give spoilers. About that. But I'm like, surely people know where this is going.
It's a romance, like, yeah.
But like, we all know. Okay, this isn't a spoiler because I've told so many people, but we all know book 5 is Olivia because it's really rude.
Yeah, 100%. If it wasn't, and you threw like a spanner in the works, I would be so mad. I'd be like, come on, where's her story? She's been suffering.
Pages, and we would be like,
she's just a workhorse who's been like worked to death.
She's there for work, and that's it. She's got time for nothing else.
She's just, she's grieving. She's watched all of her best friends and family, and everything, fall in love. And she's just like, fine, I'll just keep going.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
So
working
no,
well.
book 5 is about her. But I
That
have
is
had some
good, that
people
confirmation.
know what's going to happen. That they have figured out themselves. I've not told people. I've had people message me, and it's funny. I had people message me like from book 1.
I kind of have an inkling, but
I've never
yeah.
I shall not.
Yeah.
But people have been guessing about Olivia, and yeah, she's a special one, and not just like,
Yes.
well, I guess because she is the last book as well. Like it very much, yeah. It's just the perfect end to the series.
It is.
I can't wait to see the whole like blending of everyone and the like massive fan family that's going to be like like it's already beautiful now, but when she gets her happy ending, it's gonna be so good.
We're all gonna cry.
And it's like, we're just
100%. Yeah, just start pulling people out and just be like, all right, now we got book 6, book 7. It's just this massive like 100 people fan family.
Yes. I kind of like don't have to end, but
No.
I think I do. It's
No.
it's like but it's like when a TV show just goes on and on and on. And like 1 minute you've got like 3 seasons of this incredible TV show, and then on like episode 7 you're like resurrecting people from the dead, and like there's aliens.
Yeah.
I saw a meme about it the other day, and I was like, that's so true. And I can't do the series.
I think like just the way you've like plotted it out, I think it really works because you've got the main crew from the Wildflower, and then we've got like Tilly and Zane who kind of have ended up being part of that. But we saw Tilly from like pretty much the beginning, with her being part of like the catering and all that kind of thing. Yeah. So it makes sense. But like if like 2 random people just end up turning up and then it's their romance of Wildflower Ridge, I don't think it would make sense.
No.
Realistically.
That's Wildflower Ridge. Who knows?
We may be finishing the Wildflower Ridge series, but I'm not saying we're done in that world.
Hell yeah.
That sparks joy.
Look at your hair.
And like I'm just there may be characters you've already met that maybe are getting a turn.
Let's go.
Let's fucking go. Oh, I'm gonna be
many ideas.
Excellent. Look, I am ready for all of them. Just give me your brain so I can just play it out in my head like a movie.
It's a jumbled mess at the moment, but I'm like, I could do this and I could do this and I could do this, and I'm like, okay, I have to like parent,
choose a direction,
and just I can only write 1 book at a time, and I can only release so many books, within a certain time frame, and just take a breath.
Yes. You need to remember, you are also human. You are also human.
Yeah. I've got to sleep sometime, apparently.
Yeah, I have heard that. It's not going well. Now that you got 4 of these babies in the wild, I'm gonna make you choose who is your favorite character.
Oh, that's mean.
I'm on a mean streak today. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I've been on holiday for a month.
My favorite character.
Sadie.
My favorite character to write. I mean, Sadie's like honorary because she's amazing, and Violet is also amazing, and like
Violet is the best.
Who wouldn't want to be part of that family if Violet was like your pseudo mum?
Literally.
Yeah.
All hail.
She's like, hey, you're having a bad day. Here's like a muffin and some
coffee.
Ice.
Yeah. And a hug.
I
love a hug
love her.
from Violet, honestly. honestly. I feel like it would fix 90% of my issues.
Yeah. But my favorite main character and to write, he was just so much fun. And it was this one. It was Flynn.
Yes.
I love them all though. I'm not saying I don't love them all.
Mhm.
Oh,
Me
but
too.
Flynn is the
So
best.
special.
He's so good. I love him.
I just like writing Flynn was the most fun because I could just write whatever chaos came out of my brain.
And it would work for Flynn.
Honestly,
Like
though.
I don't know, maybe other people don't think it's funny, but I thought he was funny. Like
He was hilarious.
He was
obliviously
standout character. He should take comedy on the road, actually. Let's be honest. He's great.
Yeah.
Just dumb things like Abby's crying over something, and he's like, "Man, I've really got to start dressing better." You know, like this woman's just crying on my shoulder, but man, this shirt is garbage.
He is the epitome of golden retriever boyfriend.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, to a T. He is the sweetest golden retriever energy I have ever seen in a male character. Any character.
Mhm.
Like,
Mhm.
he is also sunshine
Yeah.
in human form.
Yeah. And Abby is just like the anxious girly, but we love her too.
We do. Every anxious girlie needs her sunshine.
Yeah. 100%.
And like they all mean really different things to me. Like Flynn was the funnest to write.
Mm.
But you know, Katie and Dallas are always going to have a special place in my heart because Katie is where all of it started years ago when she just popped up in my brain as this girl who had to go back to this town that she never wanted to go back to.
Mhm.
And like, yeah, so she's been around for a really, really long time. And then the others all have come in, and they just all really, Olivia's story, there's so much in that means a lot, like personally to me. Same with Tilly. Like, yeah. You know, none of them are me, but there's bits of me in all of them, and they're all, I mean, they're all my special.
They're your babies.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was the hardest POV to write in Buttercup?
Ooh, just all of it.
I mean,
The whole book.
The experience that you have shared with us at this point, I believe that.
Yeah, they were both hard. I don't think one was necessarily harder than the other. I think it was just getting their dynamic right.
Mhm.
And not, I mean, the flirty fun, the banter, the origin of the nickname, like all of that was super easy. But it was the emotional part of it, and having something realistic enough that made sense, but emotional enough that was going to have the required conflict. But yeah, I don't think necessarily one point of view was harder than the other. Maybe.
Interesting, because I do find that some authors like really struggle with one POV and then they just like sail through the other one. But yeah, it's just interesting seeing different ways that authors like write and how they find different things. So that's really interesting.
Yeah. I've been talking to some other author friends recently about our process and stuff, and I'm just like, they're like, oh, how do you like use this like diagram to like do character-y things? And I'm just like, no, you just sit down and type and words come out. You hope they make sense.
Like my kind of process.
I'm like, what do you mean you write stuff down?
Like you've got notebooks full of plans?
What is this plotting thing you talk about? Yeah, no,
It's
They were very
Still
rough.
work,
Like,
and you're good.
Like, I swear to God, every author that we've interviewed, they do something completely different, and it's so crazy.
about it. It's so cool to me that I will get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and I will write words and have no plan. Well, no conscious plan. I do if I write a lot of words in one go, like if I have a really, really big writing day, and I kind of get to the end of where I think the plot, like of what I've thought of the plot so far, I do have to take a little bit of time to just like let the next lot brew. But generally, and people will say if I get writer's block or something, people will give the advice, take a break, go and do something else. And I'm like, no. If I do that, I'll never write the book. I have to keep going. Like, I have to push myself, sit down, write the book. Usually if I have a big writer's block, like in this case, it's because I've done something wrong. And so I did have to backtrack. I mean, I didn't have to throw 60,000 words in the bin very dramatically online, like publicly. I can laugh about it now, but it was traumatizing. But I had to go back and fix it. And once I've fixed the problem back there, whereas some people, they would just continue to write and fix the problem later. But that doesn't work for me. And like other people can't get up and write in the morning, or they write, 20,000 words in one sitting and then don't write for 3 weeks. And it's so fascinating to me that we're all completely different. Yeah. I have a rough database of like, I had the best intentions of like having this Bible for the whole series, that I was going to have like every character and what they look like and what they do, and no.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I've got every name listed, so I didn't double up. But then I would have things from like very early on in my planning where certain things were going to happen, and then they completely changed, and it's still like the original. I go back to look at something and I'm like, oh, that's not what happened.
That's not correct.
At least you rectify it. You could just see how long it takes for people to click on. Hey.
I mean, there's got to be potholes in there somewhere. I don't know what they are yet, but I'm sure some it'll be like,
That doesn't make sense.
It makes sense in my
It's published now. I don't care.
And like I know, like some books are very like precise on their timelines, right? Like at 10 o'clock on Saturday morning, this happened, and then it, I ain't got any of that.
No.
They have their own schedule.
I think there is a timeline. The timelines are hard for me, and they're boring. So I don't.
Fair enough.
I do make them work, mostly, hopefully. Someone will be like, but I do try very hard to like have a coherent timeline.
Yeah.
Somewhat.
Yeah, it's also like it's kind of like each book just kind of follows on from each other, and then there'll be like little mentions of like, oh, like this has happened. And like I had to do this thing for this thing, and it's like, oh yeah, and then you can recall it from that previous book. So I think it like everything flows really well, because it's like it's not like this person is like this relationship is slowly brewing between another book or whatever. It's just, it works really well, I think. So I haven't found any issues, and I don't think anyone will, to be fair.
I agree. I haven't found any issues. There's no point. And here's the thing. I'm very easy to confuse. I've been confused once reading Wildflower Ridge, and I am extremely easy to. You ask my colleagues, you ask my friends, they say things, and I sit there going, "What?"
Yeah, and I'm the type of reader that will pick up on like this one thing, and then I'll obsess about it, and I'll be like, that doesn't make sense. And I like, your books are just a breeze to fly through, and there's no.
There were 2 issues in this book that I was like, when I drafted it, completely neglected to like come back to or work into the story originally. And one was Tilly's mother's cat. I brought this cat into the story, and it just goes like it's a grumpy cat. It doesn't like anybody, and that's mentioned quite a bit at the start of the book, and then just like somewhere in the second half, like quite towards the end of the book, this cat and Zane are just like best mates, and I'm like, there's been just nothing in between.
What happened off
Like, I
page?
gotta work on that. I know, but you can't do that.
No.
And then Tilly had two brothers once upon a time, and I completely forgot about the existence of one of them.
Wait, which one did you forget about?
The one that died, he just didn't exist. So,
Well, I mean, technically he doesn't anymore.
yeah.
I mean, what we call history. We don't always quote history. But
and I just
you did tie it back in nicely.
I did. I went back specifically, and I did one like a round that I went through and was like, where am I gonna fit these bits back in that it's gonna flow and be natural and all of that. That was like my I did one whole pass just specifically on the cat and the brother.
I forgot one.
I just got excited talking about like kissing and stuff.
Yeah, fair. That's
like I'm doing.
Yeah, that's fair.
Wait, there's a cat. I love that.
Yeah.
Holy shit! I forgot the cat.
Can't forget the cat. Honestly, we can't forget the sassy side character animals. Another hard question.
They're all hard.
What?
No, it's fine.
What would your favorite quote be from this book?
No, that's a really hard one because I don't remember.
That's
but
okay.
I'm smart, and I have an entire document. One moment, where I went through and pulled quotes. I was
Nice.
Honestly, there's so many in here.
This is a good bloody book.
Favorite.
Yeah, so good.
The best.
There's one. Oh, I don't want to. I don't want to do spoilery ones.
We can always.
There's a line that says, and through it all, Zane sees me, which just makes me feel. Yeah, there's a lot that I don't like. Want to.
You guys will all just have to read the book out today at the time of this release.
And then the one from Zane is, which I posted on Instagram the other day, was I'll endure 1,000 judgmental looks from strangers if Tilly keeps looking at me like that, like I'm not someone.
So good. Yeah, he's a soft boy at heart.
It looks like it doesn't look. It looks like it'd kill you as a cinnamon roll.
I think he could fight if he needed to, but he doesn't want to.
He would throw hands for Tilly, 100%.
Oh, 100%. As everyone should.
Yeah. She's a sweet baby angel who needs to be protected.
Now too.
Oh, 100%. I think she would too. She's got claws.
There is a scene where you get to see a little bit of her claws with somebody else, and I just loved it so much. I could not wait to write that scene.
Yeah. So leading on from Bree's question, it is a little bit of a harder one. What is your favorite scene from Buttercup? Without being spoilery, obviously.
I'm just sitting here like, what happens in
so much.
Because there's so much. Do you know how many words are in this book?
A lot.
How
And
many?
honestly,
How
once I
many?
put them on the page, I don't remember. I actually don't know the word count because I don't remember these things. People will be like, I'm up to chapter 19, and I'm like, okay,
Cool.
what is that?
That is a chapter. Well done.
Yeah, I really like. It's very near the beginning of the book, and it's where she gets her nickname. And I have wanted to write that. I've had that idea for that scene and that nickname for years and years and years and years, and I've tried it for different characters in different books, and it didn't work until now. And I just, I love it. And
It makes so much sense for them. It's so them.
Absolutely.
And I love it.
And then
Yeah.
when it all comes full circle, it's just like, yes, nailed that.
You put that bit in the right book with the right characters. Like
100%.
Genuinely, it is.
It just
it's nothing so perfect.
Yeah. And yeah, so I've just held on to it for so long, and how the nickname comes to be, because I love a nickname, but I love it when they have a little bit of story to them.
Yeah, it's not just like babe or whatever. It's like there's a meaning behind it.
Like, like Rosie, when Flynn calls Abby Rosie, I just think that's really cute. Yeah. Like, and
I love it so much.
Why he calls her Rosie?
Yeah.
And she's just like weird.
Okay then. And she thinks it's like the most random thing, and he's like, no, I've got the specific like 3 different reasons why I call you this one specific nickname, and it's so cute.
And then the nicknames for him. That scene. It's just so cute and so funny, and I had such a laugh with my friend about it when I was writing it.
Yeah.
Good. As you should.
It was fun.
It's so good.
They were just cute scenes. I can tell you the hardest scene. You asked about the hardest part. I've just remembered another really hard part in that scene, which was when she is experiencing the period pain.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because when did I even write this book? Oh no, it was last year. I can't remember anything. But I had endometriosis and adenomyosis, and not last year, but the year before, I had a hysterectomy for it. But writing that scene took me back to that pain, and it was very, very hard to write that, from a personal, I just remembering what it was like to not be able to move.
Yeah, it's rough. No, I think it is. It's not shown enough in books, and I think it's really important that women can see themselves and see their own pain and suffering within a story, because periods are never really mentioned in books. And I think it was really, really good that you put that implementation in. And Zane's like, I don't know what to do. What do you need from me? And he's Googling things and trying to figure it all out. It's really cute. And he's really, and some men are like, oh my God, periods. I don't want anything to do with this. And he's like, no, I've got this. What do you need from me? How could I do it? And it was a really beautiful scene and really important to be added, I think.
I think I wanted to go into that more, and once I actually got to writing it, I was like, it's too close still. And I have a fairly, good relationship with my medical history at this point, but still actually writing that level of pain. And no, I don't want to go there. Wouldn't wish that.
Yeah, that's fair.
No. Yeah. And just. Yeah, it doesn't get talked about enough, and I don't know.
Yeah, it's really important.
It needs to be.
And
It
men
needs
should
to be
talk
something
about
more. Yeah,
there's
prominent in women's
yeah,
like women's health has definitely taken more of a forefront, and that's like not even just saying that as someone who also as a woman, but as a nurse as well. Like we're talking about it a lot more, and we're trying to promote it because we are in a male. I work in a male dominated field. Like most of our doctors are males.
yeah,
And while I've met a couple that are really good, a lot of them still brush it under the carpet. So to see it more, and it is getting displayed more in media, and I am seeing it, and like I know I'm definitely seeing it more displayed because we have more of a focus on, okay, women aren't just like we actually shouldn't be experiencing this pain. This level of pain is not normal.
yeah, yeah,
Which
and
is,
even mine. When I first started noticing that it was affecting my life, it wasn't pain that I
mm,
noticed. Mine
mm,
was fatigue. Like
mm,
mm-hmm.
I just would sleep for days. Like I would get
Yeah,
up in the morning and I'd take my kids to school and I'd come home and have a nap at 10 in the morning. And I was like, there
mm,
is something wrong here. This is not,
yeah,
you know, I'm fit and healthy and this shouldn't be happening. And so, yeah, and then once the pain ramped up really badly,
mm,
and I had my surgery and everything afterwards, I was like, I've been in pain for years. I just didn't know what it was. It was
mm,
so normal
yeah,
for me,
yeah,
daily pain,
mm,
which
mm-hmm.
I didn't know that that's what it was.
Yeah.
So
mm,
And it's like when you're a teen and you're experiencing this like excruciating pain, you'll go to a doctor and the doctor's immediately like, oh, here's the contraceptive pill, this will control
mm,
everything. And then you realize, like, this has happened to me. I was on the pill since I was like 15, not because I was having sex or anything. It was because of my serious pains with my periods and how heavy they were. And then to find out when I'm like doing my own research at like 20, 21, that it's like, no, this pill is actually just turning off everything. It's shutting down your ovaries, making them not work. And it's not fix the problem. It's literally just mask the problem. And like, I think it's so important. There's an author, Tori Jean, and in all of her books, because she suffers with endometriosis and all of those issues that every character that she has in her books experience it, whether it's in different ways and like all the different ways that you can experience it. And I really enjoy that, and I think it's really important that it is
mm.
talked about and written about, and people who are in that pain can actually see themselves in those situations.
And it can help to give them the courage to speak up for themselves as
Yeah.
well. I mean, it was only what year are we? 2026. 2023, I went to the doctor with my friend, and this was after a night shift, so I was very tired. And I was like, so I went on the pill because I was vomiting from the pain. Like, it was
Mm-hmm.
horrendous.
Mm-hmm.
And then, on stationary. And she was like, you probably need to get, and had been on the pill for ages at that point, and she was like, you probably need to get investigated for endo. And I went to my doctor, and the only reason why he did anything was because, one, I had a support person, and two, because I cried.
And that's the thing. Yeah.
And that's the thing.
I
And
was so with
mm,
my doctor, and then with the specialist that I was referred to, and then she'd happened to have a cancellation the day I went to see her. So my surgery happened really fast. And it was
Wow.
private, so I had to wait on a
that's
waiting list for a really long time.
Mm-hmm.
mm,
But the week before my surgery, when I had my last period, I just remember lying there thinking I could not have handled another one. Like I couldn't
Yeah.
get up, I couldn't stand straight.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And afterwards, that people are like, how are you feeling? Like 2 days after surgery, and I'm like, oh, like so good.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like
Like it's like this
just
weight's been lifted off your shoulders as well.
It's
Yeah.
amazing how much we tolerate and how high our thresholds and how we compensate in ways that we don't think that we are. And that's the other thing that like I really learned is our bodies are incredible. Like we will push through because we know we have to, but then there gets to a point
Yeah.
where you just go, I can't anymore.
But then we also get told that we're like moody and grumpy and crazy.
Yeah.
And
Or you get like, or you say one thing as snappy, and they're like, "Oh, are you on your period?" No, you dickhead. I'm angry with you.
No, but you're about to be on your period. Give me a second, what I know.
I'm not dealing with pain. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like, oh, you're on your period. All it is blood. And it's like, you don't realize how much pain it is. Like,
And there's so much that goes into this, my dude. Like,
like when I was like doing all this research and learning about all this, and then I was like, right, I'm off the pill. Like, that's it. Like, nah. Like, I'm gonna. And luckily, like, none of that pain has resurfaced or anything, which I'm really glad about, and I haven't had any issues since. But when I was like doing all this research and listening to all these podcasts, I was going over to like some of the guys at work, because I work in a male-dominated industry. I'm the only girl on the factory floor, and I'm like, did you know? Blah 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 blah. And then the guy's like, and then like and then he's like, fuck, I'm gonna go home and tell my like partner about this. And I'm like, yeah, you should. Like, this is ridiculous. I'm so bad. And then he's like, I'm mad for you. And I'm like, thank you. And then I walk away, and he's like, what the fuck?
I know men in their 40s who have wives or partners and daughters, and if periods get mentioned, they will get up and leave the room.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nah.
Now you gotta sit down, you go and listen today. You go and learn.
Yeah.
No, I was.
No.
They should.
It's frustrating.
It's gotta make sure that, you know, especially with the young girls coming into getting their periods, like, they need to know that this is not a taboo topic. This is something that if you are not feeling okay, you need to be able to talk about it. Doesn't matter who to, and your family, your dad, your brothers, like my brother. My brother is I say my oldest brother, my oldest of all of my siblings, the 18-year-old. He, because I normalized, I talk about, I don't have a filter. TMI for me just sounds, it's just, tell me it all, like, come on. And so he's very much learned that I will just tell him, and so he's very used to the period talk, because I will just talk about it.
Yeah.
And he just goes,
Yeah. And that's how it should be. It's
how it should be. It's, we all have we all go through different things. It'd be nice if men went through periods too. Instead of midlife crisis at 50. But if they could, look, the word men is in menstruate. It should be in the name.
Yeah, 100%.
Please.
Yeah, it's crazy though, because like I'm the same. Like I'll talk about it. Like, I don't care. Like, my father-in-law is in the house. I'm like, yeah, I'll just talk about it. Like, it is what it is. And he's like, his daughter is the same, so he's very used to it. And I'm like, I jumped on the weighing scales the other day, and I'm like, fuck, like, I've put on so much weight and blah 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 blah. And then my partner turns to me and he's like, isn't your period due in like a week? Like, aren't you like holding a lot of water weight? And I'm like, you know my period cycle better than I do. What the hell? And he's like, I listen, you know that. And I'm just like, what the fuck? So it does need to be normalized.
Yeah, when I broke my
really fun.
No, go.
You go.
When I broke my ankle, I was living with my grandparents, and I had to go see the gynecologist while I was living with them, because I couldn't be in my own flat. So went to the gynae. They talked about the marina, got put in, and then just like, my grandmother happily talks about, because she had issues as well. My mum had issues. Mum had undiagnosed endo, which they discovered when they removed her uterus. And then I'm sitting there yapping along with my grandmother, and my grandfather was just sitting there like... and then when I expelled my marina. It just...
Yeah, I remember that. You told me, you're like, I think it's come out.
And you're like, and I went to my doctor, and she went,
yeah, it's gone.
I was at my grandparents again, and my grandmother was asking me questions about it, and there's my grandfather just sitting there shrinking down again, going like, I don't want to listen to this, and I'm just sitting going, blah, 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 and my grandmother's blah, 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 and then my grandfather's like, why are the women in my family like this? But also, he's 81 years old, like, he doesn't want to listen to all this, but I'm like, you're gonna listen today.
You're gonna learn at 81 years old.
You are going to hear things.
See? Side tangents. Love them. It's funny, because we were...
Very side tangent.
100%, because we just did our 2025 podcast wrap up, and we were talking about how all of these author interviews, we always end up on this side tangent of like really important topics that would never come up in a conversation. Like we could never be like, so tell us about like endometriosis and all that sort of stuff within our questioning. It just naturally flows, and we were saying how much we love it. So this is just proof that
that's such a big thing about reading and romance books, right?
Mhm.
Like
Mhm.
romance books are not just smart or, you know,
Mm.
women porn, whatever people like to belittle it as. There is so
Mhm.
much in romance books from all genres, all readerships. Like
Mm-hmm.
there's so many issues that they touch on. It's not
Mhm.
just, you
Yeah.
know, two people kissing. There's so much more to
No.
it, and there's so many
Yeah.
layers,
Mm.
and I mean mine are fairly light on
Mm.
the, you know, the angst and the pain and all of that, but there's still something in all of them
Mm.
Yeah.
that
100%.
Absolutely.
that,
Yeah.
that people will connect to and help them feel seen. And for me, I've learned so much about myself from reading books and
Mm.
seeing other people's perspectives and just having these things brought to light, and not even learning about myself, but you know, you'll read a book and you'll understand somebody else's perspective on a
Mm.
situation
Mhm.
that you'd never considered before, and it
Mhm.
builds that empathy. And it's cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%. And it opens up conversations with readers as well, because I'm sure that you get messages being like, oh my God, like I really relate to this certain character, and like this is the reason why. And you know, like it's so important. And like it's the same with like if you're chatting to a friend and you're like, oh, I really related to this character, so and so, this has happened to them, and I feel really connected to that. And it can kind of open up that wider discussion. And yeah.
I've used scenes or characters from books to explain things to people as well.
Mhm.
Mm.
Mhm.
like
Nice.
I
It
know
should.
they've read the same book as me, and I'll be like, this is how I feel about that. Or like, you know, because sometimes
Yeah.
even as a
Mm.
writer, other people can put it into words better than I can.
Mm.
Yeah.
So yeah, it just
Love it.
eases all of that. Yeah.
Mm.
Mhm.
What an excellent tangent.
I love it. It just like makes me grin when we go on these tangents, like really important topics
Yeah.
that need to be
It,
discussed.
it really is.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was wind or thunder, but I hope that was just wind. Um, my
Bad time.
yeah, it was sunny. It was raining when I woke up this morning, and then it was sunny, and now it's grey.
Yeah, it's raining
Um,
again here.
oh, that just means rain's coming down this way. Thanks. Apparently,
Welcome.
the weather is supposed to be absolutely rubbish this week, so I'm like,
Oh my God, Thursday, driving down to Auckland for the Ed Sheeran concert on Friday. Like Kerry was supposed to get thunderstorms, didn't happen. Then we were driving to Auckland, and then we literally had followed the thunderstorm to Auckland, and we were like driving in this weather, lightning flashing, thunder, could barely see. All the car like sensors were going off, being like they're turning off because they can't deal with it, and we were like, oh fuck. So
I
we got there safe and it was all good, but fuck.
I was actually so mad that I don't do thunder. I hate thunder and lightning. It is my least favorite weather system. Give me rain and wind. I cannot. I get. I can't
Yeah.
deal with thunder and lightning. I went to work on Tuesday. My day off was Wednesday, and I've been sick since Wednesday morning. So didn't go to work the rest of the week. So I'm sitting here on my bed, and I hear this a boom, and I went, "Oh God!" If I was at work, I can't hear it because we're so internal, and we've got patients and people calling out, and
Yeah.
we're always chattering and phones are ringing, and you got my boss's loud booming voice asking, why aren't you focusing on your work, why are you talking as if we're having a conversation about this patient. But when I'm here at home, I'm like, that's a whole other thing. I'm just like, I can hear everything. I like the rain, but I hate thunder.
Mm.
I don't like
Fingers crossed there's not thunder then for you.
I'm at work all day this week. All day this week. I'm at work every day this week. Anyway, my final question: what are you most looking forward to people reading from Buckle Up Buttercup. I was gonna say Butter Up Buckle Cup. I'm like, wait, no, say it properly. Say it proper. The yellow one, my favorite color book.
Everyone's going to be out there like searching for Butter Up Buckle Cup and being like, "What? I'm sure it was called this." Why would people read it?
All of it.
The whole book.
Yeah, like it's just such a good time. They
Mhm.
really did. They're so cute together. They just are so cute. The spice really hits when it hits, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. The obviously like the family moments.
Yeah.
You know, is I'm trying to think now what's in this book and not in the next book that I'm going to get confused and give spoilers away. But I'm sure there's good moments.
Yes.
All I can think about is ones that I'm like, no, that's from book 5. I can't talk about that one. But like, for me, so much of what makes Wildflower Ridge special is that family dynamic. Like, it doesn't matter who you are, or where you've come from. You know, the doors are open. And I think again, Violet, like there's a moment with Violet and Zane that's really special. Also, I don't know if anyone has picked up who Zane's mum is. I've just had a thought. She is actually someone who's mentioned somewhere else in the series. And now I'm just going to leave that there and wait to see if anyone can pick it up.
As soon as I've finished my arc, I'm rereading.
I think it's something to do with Shrinking Violet, I'm guessing. I'm going to have to go read Shrinking Violet now to confirm my thoughts, but I'm going to have to... Because I've literally just read this scene, so now I'm like...
I do... something's tickling my brain, and it's not the brain cell.
It's not our joint brain cell.
Our joint brain cell is just... it's going ding, 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 ding.
Interesting. Now that's like a little Easter egg that we're going to have to find.
There's like reasons behind things.
Wow.
So vague, and I love it.
Really? There's reasons. I never thought there would be things behind reasons.
Alright, going into my last question. What was your absolute favourite trope to write throughout this series?
Favorite trope to write throughout this series? It's the good girl, bad boy. Even though he's not really bad boy, but people think he is.
He's a bad boy in disguise.
Yeah.
Sounds like my good ideas.
So the you know, the sweetheart and the kind of angsty boy.
Yeah, it's like that nostalgia that I was talking about at the beginning. Like, it just throws you back to those teenage years of reading all those stories of like, the bad boy stole my bra.
Yes, which we did to read.
Two of my young adult books have the similar vibe.
Yeah.
With this kind of misunderstood boy, and he's a little bit like moody, and I just love it. So that was really fun to write, and also the like in the first book, like one night stand to he's the boss.
That's great.
Like what a moment.
Yeah, you're like, oh shit, I fucked up.
And not even just that he's the boss. It's the situation with Sadie when she realizes he's the boss. And you know what? Yeah, just that whole thing, and she's just like, "Whoops." Still flat out.
Whoops. Oh
Oopsie daisy.
dear. Oops, I did it again. Any other questions that you can think of, Anne?
No, I think I'm good.
Then that brings us to the end of the bulk of our episode, which is all those questions. Thank you for playing with us. That was we came full ball today. That's for other people to decide. We probably look. If you weren't coherent, we probably weren't coherent. We made sense to each other.
Mm-hmm. And that's all that matters.
That's all that matters. Yeah. Who knows what everybody else thinks? You know what? We had a good time.
Maybe that will give some insight into my brain, which,
Yeah.
you know, if someone has thoughts, could you send them my way?
We can share the brain cell with you. Our one brain cell.
Join the brain cell. So, like with any episode that we do, we like to talk about our spark of joy and our plug of the week. Your spark of joy, something that has just brought you a little bit of joy to your life in the past week. It's the beginning of the year. January and February are very much the Monday of the year, in my opinion, and then the rest of the year just goes. Whoop. So just something that has made you go, life is good. And then a plug of the week, something you want to plug. Plug yourself, you can plug food, you can plug something really profound. Whatever floats your goat. Anne, what is your spark of joy?
My spark of joy is going to the Ed Sheeran concert. It was just absolutely amazing. Like, we booked the tickets on day one when tickets went on sale, so I've been eagerly anticipating this concert. We went back to work on the Monday, and the concert was on the Friday, and we were like, oh yeah, by the way, just a reminder, we're not here on Friday, so we're not doing a full week back of work after 3 weeks off. And our bosses were like, yeah, me too, we're going to the Ed Sheeran concert as well. So it was a lot of fun. It was amazing. He played like all my favorite songs. He did like some deep cuts of songs that like not many people you think would know, but everyone was singing along. It was just a really, really great time. What about you, Brie?
I'm packing all of my books.
Yay!
So I went on annual leave, and then we moved house, and then I went to Australia. I have spent not a lot of time in this house because I've been traveling, but yesterday I had 4 boxes of books left to unpack, and I have officially unpacked all of my books. So
Yay!
it's very cramped in here, but I have got my indie shelf. So a Wildflower Ridge is very proudly sitting up there alongside Zoe and K-Wish and Celia. So it makes me very happy just to have them all there. There's nothing like quite having all your books out where you can actually go, oh, this is what I want to read today. So that is my spark. Elle, what's your spark of joy?
Mine is the current book adaptations that have come out. Right?
Yes.
There's 3. I'm being consumed by 3 right now. Obviously, there's heated rivalry. Obviously. Like, I cannot turn around without being, like, slapped in the face with heated rivalry content.
Yeah.
And not gaining. The second one is People We Meet on Vacation. The movie.
Such a good movie.
Top tier rom-com.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it so much. I had such a good time. I laughed so much. It was so cute. There was like squealing. There's messaging memes back and forth with friends over it. I'm going to rewatch because it was
Tom Blythe,
so
and it was like it's become a top tier rom com. It is one of those ones that'll also be a rewatch. It is so good.
I just had the best time with it. And then the other one, which me and my kids are completely obsessed with, is Percy Jackson and the Olympians.
I need to really watch that. I love the books. I need to watch the series.
This house is a Percy Jackson house. Like that.
Yes.
Those are the books got my teenagers into reading because I discovered the Broadway musical of it. I'm like, Mum, what is this? And so I found a version, like on YouTube, very badly filmed version of the musical, which is so good. And so they watched that, and that's when they started reading. That's the books that really clicked for
Oh,
them.
good.
And
Such
so
good
we
one.
sit down each week. They were actually away last week and nagged and nagged and nagged to have the Disney login so that they could watch it.
Aw.
Like, are you not going to wait for me? And they're like, no, we'll watch it again with you when we get home. The episodes by myself screaming at the TV because it's so good.
I have
Like,
okay.
This from the book.
It is the Percy and the Annabeth, like they have done it. Walker Scobell is actually perfect for Percy. He is like they
The
could not have
casting is so good.
they could not have cast him more perfect. And Tyson,
Oh, Tyson.
I just want to wrap him up in a blanket and
He's such a sweet boy.
and
just like every time something happens, we're just all screaming at the TV. And anyway, so the last episode in season 2 comes out like late on Wednesday night. So we're watching both the first season and the second season again.
Oh, nice.
that's
Me
amazing.
I love how obsessed.
For it, because we would just honestly, I will watch that show on repeat. Yeah,
It
it's
is.
got
Oh, I
changes.
love
It's
it.
not exactly the same as the book, but I think as far as adaptations, I'm easily pleased with an adaptation anyway. But
Oh.
as long as they capture like the essence,
Mhm.
and like
Yeah.
Percy is so Percy, but I love that we get to see more of the world and like other people's point of view, and the changes that they've made, I think, add to the story. And
I think what they did
I'm
right this
screaming over a kid's tears.
Is Rick being involved?
he is involved. I just
Yeah.
saw a thing while I was waiting for Anne to jump in. I saw a thing and it was from Rick Riordan, and he goes, "There's a reason why Percy's dyslexic." And during the like one of the credit scenes, like they spelled his name wrong, like his last name wrong. He was like Rick Riordan. Is that right? Then Mr. Letty goes, "There's a reason," and he's like, "I didn't realize there's a reason why Percy's dyslexic." And I'm like, that is.
But I love that he's like, it's dyslexic for a reason because his brain is hardwired to read ancient Greek. And it's just like, I love. Another series that I'd love to get adapted is like Skullduggery Pleasant. That is a god tier series for me as well. It's like the skeleton magician ends up bringing this girl along, and she has magic powers, and I think it'll be really good for your kids too. It's sort of in the same vein as Percy Jackson, but not Greek myth. It's more magical, and there's all these like monsters that they have to defeat, and this girl possibly is turning evil because of the magic she's using, and it's just so freaking good, and I would love to see that in adaptation. And it's an Irish author from what I remember. Yeah, it's really good. It's like 13 or 14 books.
Yeah, I want Percy to do well enough that we go straight into Heroes of Olympus before these kids. Because like Percy Jackson is a great series, but once you get to Heroes of Olympus,
it's like that step up. Yeah.
I just want all of.
I just want to see Leo on screen. Okay?
God, I just want to reread everything now. Guys, stop derailing my TBR. It's only January.
I listen to them on audio, so
yeah.
Well, see, the series that I always, the series that I do that for every year that I listen to an audio, if I don't read it physically, is Narnia, because Narnia is like that is the book series that got me into reading, because my mum would read them to me when I was a kid, and even if she had laryngitis, she would have to read the entire book to me. And they're making it into a Netflix series, and they're starting with The Magician's Nephew, which has never been done before. They've never done The Magician's Nephew, which is the beginning of Narnia, and I'm so excited. And Netflix has finally put up a thing to, put the reminder on to be like, Narnia is coming in 2026, and I'm like...
There's so many adaptations coming out, and I hope they keep doing them amazingly. Like, I haven't read the Heated Rivalry books. And I'm gonna admit it took me a minute to get into, but I had two people screaming in my ear about like, you have to watch this show. And I was like, oh, I don't even have like neon. Like, I'm just. And then Neon had like a half price deal if you signed up in December. So I signed up for 1 month so I could watch it. And now I'm like, I don't want to give it up. Because I was a little slow to get into it because I'm a person who really needs the emotional connection. And the first couple of episodes,
it's just them hooking up, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, because they haven't got to that point in the relation, and then like they turned the corner.
I just keep seeing all these videos and these edits and stuff, and I'm like, I want to watch it, but I don't want to watch it because my partner's going to be sitting there watching it with me too, and that's going to be weird.
I don't watch TV with my husband. I just go do my own thing. But like, and then you like get into all the little moments and the behind the scenes and how they've structured scenes and like the imagery, and it's so well. And like the fact that it's such a low budget and
yeah,
it's incredibly well done.
And now she's writing a third book.
Yeah.
She's announced that she's writing a third one.
Yeah.
Of them.
And then you like, I keep going on TikTok and Instagram and stuff and seeing posts about how this show has changed people's lives, and I'm just like, it's only been out for a month.
Yeah, and I've seen that all these like hockey players are now coming out and being like, yeah, Heated Rivalry has given me the confidence to come out because it's such a phenomenal, like a global thing right now where everyone is just loving it so much. So why wouldn't I come out right now? And it's just so good.
It's so good. We need more.
100%.
Moving on from that amazing series of Spark and Joys adaptations. They just need to start adapting the rest of all of our favorite stuff.
100%.
Otherwise, we will
riot. Yes.
Please.
That's what they need to adapt.
Can I just be a
Who doesn't want Kiwi Cowboys?
Let me be there.
I mean, yeah. Could you imagine?
I will be a sheep.
What are the horses?
We can find our own sheep.
I can make good sheep noises. Plug of the week. And what is your plug?
My plug is do a massive hair chop. I recently just chopped like all my hair off. It was like down my back, and I was like, right, now's the time. Chopped it up, and I love it. And it just makes me feel like a brand new person, perfect for the new year. What about you, Brie?
Rock collecting.
I love it.
Having been in the South Island, I like rocks.
Did you add more to your jar of rocks?
Yeah.
Yes.
And there's shells in there now too.
Nice.
But look there's so many rocks in there. So
you're gonna need to get a bigger jar soon.
This is the jar that I upgraded to.
Oh.
I need another jar.
I'm gonna need a vase. My plug is instead of going and touching grass, you should go and collect rocks and pretty rocks. Zoe took me to Gemstone Beach in Southland, and I came back with some of the prettiest little jasper and jade and some little bits of ponamu that were down there as well.
Nice.
So that's all my goal when I'm in my own place is I'm going to get a rock tumbler so I can make my rocks shiny.
I love how excited you are.
I have a problem. I like rocks. Some people like trains.
It could be drugs.
It could be drugs. Thank you. No, that's books.
Yeah, that is books.
That's what I say about everything. I buy too many plants. It could be drugs.
Could be drugs.
Yeah.
Jackson too many times. It could be drugs.
Could be drugs.
Don't go touch grass. Go collect rocks and then gift your friends rocks because I have rocks for them. I'm like a penguin. I just give rocks. I'm like, do you accept this token of my friendship? So
that's so cute.
Don't be surprised if it ages the pages.
My kids gave me these rocks.
Oh, that's so cute. Yeah, it's a hat.
That's adorable. Don't be
Love rocks
surprised.
around here.
Don't be surprised if at Ages of Pages I come up to you and I go, "Would you like a rock?" I'm gonna, because I'm
Yeah.
like, I've got a lot of rocks, and I'm like a penguin. This is how penguins give rocks, like, to be like, "Hey, do you want to mate?" Be like, "We're gonna be mates for life. Here's a really pretty rock." That's just me with friends. Like, do you want to be my friend? I give you a rock. We're friends for life now. So.
Love it.
Literally, like engagement rings are diamond rocks. Same thing.
Yeah.
Exactly. Just look. Hey, Anne and I had a conversation about a certain someone before, and she said, "I was like, hey, look, you give me a rock."
All right, that's my goal. Get that person to give you a rock. Got it.
He just needs to wake up and smell the cheese. Elle,
Yeah.
what is your plug of the week?
I mean, it would feel wrong to not play.
Yes.
Buckle Up Buttercup. I had to think for a minute there, especially because I'm reading it backwards on my screen. The fourth book in the Wildflower Ridge series, which I believe is out today. Based on
Yep.
As of this episode release?
Yep.
Out. It is a good girl, bad boy, brother's best friend, small town, spicy romance, set in New Zealand, found family, all the cuteness.
Cat.
And while you're there, you should read these three as well.
Mm-hmm.
And because the covers are pretty, you can see them always in full bloom and coming up roses and forget-me-nots.
Beautiful. I'm so excited to see the color of book 5.
Oh.
I can't wait.
I maybe have seen the cover of book 5.
Oh, yay. That's exciting. And we're the street team, so we'll see it first. So exciting.
Anyway, that wraps up our episode today. Elle, thank you so much for coming back on. We appreciate it and we love you. And please come back anytime you want. You just tell us, hey, can I come on and promote this? We will be like, please. You will always.
I might have to come back.
You'll always have a spot with us. And to everyone else who is listening or watching us today, thank you for joining us. We appreciate you joining us every week, anytime you listen to us. Make sure to follow us on our socials, which is the Broke Book Girls Podcast on Instagram and TikTok. And where can they find you?
You can find me at Runaway Irish Girl on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, pretty much anywhere you can find me. What about you, Brie?
You can find me at Cheese and Reads. I did have to think about that for a split second, almost did the wrong one. We did so well in the previous episode we recorded. Anyway, you can think, just not on TikTok, because I left TikTok because I was doom scrolling too much. Elle, where can people find you?
I am l.ashwell.author on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. I'm trying with TikTok. Yeah, my website, lashwellauthor.com, where you can order paperbacks of my book and they will come signed and things. Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
We will put the link to your website in our description, and we will make sure that everybody knows. Wait. Buckle up, Buttercup. I really wanted to say butter up, Buckle.
Oh, we fucked it.
Buckle up, Buttercup. We will have the link to all of that and the link to your socials in the our description show note thingy bobs. Thank you guys again for joining us. There will be new episodes 10 a.m. every Wednesday. Thanks for joining us. Thank you for coming with us into the new year, 2026. It's going to be a good year. We can't wait for everything that comes forward. Whatever. Bye!
Bye!